Okay.
It is recorded.
Call meeting to order. I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Voigt.
Here.
Zuber.
Here.
Bruner.
Here.
Farnham.
Here.
Heltzley.
Here.
Patrick. Jennings.
Here. Item 4, the minutes of the June 10th meeting. Has everybody read them and they're correct? If so, we have a motion to approve them.
So moved.
Second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve the June 10th minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Item 5 is claims against the county. Are any questions on them? If not, I entertain a motion to accept them.
So moved.
Is there a possibility of a second?
Second.
We have a motion to second to pay the claims against the county. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Item 6, county board member claims.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to pay the county board member claims. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Item 7, public comment.
Good morning, I just got a couple of things. If you could verbally, when you approve the bills, let us know what you spent the pet population control, court fund, and courthouse improvement fund money, I would appreciate it.
What was that?
If you could let us know when you approve the bills, what you spent the pet population control money, about $150. Tort fund, about $6,000, and courthouse improvement of about $4,000. If you could let us know where that, what you spent that on, I'd appreciate it.
Each meeting?
No, just today, because
Oh,
generally I
okay.
don't see it missing.
Okay.
Any other public comment?
Morning. My name is Robert Bowe. I'm a citizen of the United States of America, and I'm also a resident of Edgar County. Just a few moments ago, we said the Pledge of Allegiance. Always, when I say the Pledge of Allegiance, I think of the last few words, which are liberty and justice for all. This morning, I want to talk about the airport a little bit. Each year, this year, Edgar County will commit over $100,000 to the airport's operation. And it seems that is true for only 5 resident aircraft. FOIA request that I presented to the county early this year showed that only 5 airplane owners made any attempt to provide the $1 million of insurance and named the county additionally insured as was required by the county. This is for a time frame that began in 2013, the fall of 2013, till earlier this year. The facts are, 2 airport managers were in residency during this time frame, and apparently, since there were no objections to their performance, they did enforce the county policies regarding the required insurance. Therefore, there were only 5 or so airplanes at the airport. I will note that one airplane owner actually complied with the county's mandate, naming the county as additionally insured and providing $1 million of insurance. However, even he didn't have a signed lease for the hangar he was occupying, nor did 2 others. The math is simple: 15 hangars, 12 lease agreements. 15 hangars in use, 12 lease agreements, and 5 insurance policies. How does anyone protect the financial interests of the Edgar County taxpayers from theft or pocket money when there are no documents? How do you rent or otherwise occupy a hangar without a contract? Not everyone is being treated equally at the airport, and some still enjoy preferential treatment. All of this is in deference to the grant covenants. I have some more on finances. No one seems to know much about the finances of the airport, and with good reason. The county commits to over $100,000 to its operation each year, and every year it loses money. It does not break even. Leases and fuel sales don't pay the bills. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been like this for about 4 decades. All with the hope and all with the repeated justifications that are to bring it into a break-even or profit status. All with the hope that somehow, someday it will become profitable. I'm told there are some airports in Illinois that are profitable. Some airports have financial accountability. Over the years, millions of taxpayer dollars have been invested into the airport since it first opened. As a taxpayer, I now understand we're selling aviation fuel $1 below market price, apparently to unload fuel inventory. Certainly some of the fuel is getting pretty old, but how can there be a profit in that? I also understand that taxpayers are being asked by the county board to borrow $72,000 for another airport project. I say borrow since the county is operating with borrowed money at this time. Yes, we owe hundreds of thousands of dollars in borrowed money, and you know that. The new project I mentioned is based on 16 airplanes flying in and in residency at the airport. Again, the facts clearly indicate otherwise. This county board has once again lied to the FAA and to the Illinois Division of Aeronautics in their grant applications. This county board needs to remember the events of this last grant application in which it lied to the FAA and the Illinois Division of Aeronautics. That approved grant and its money was recalled after the facts became known. The second fraudulent grant application from Edgar County will likely meet the same fate. To continue on, there is the continued employment of Airport Manager Jerry Griffin, your flag bearer. I would list the truthful statements he's made on his resume, and since his employment began, if only I could find some. His credentials and his performance are reprehensible. I ask that you dismiss him immediately and begin moving in a better direction. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Item 8, action on fiscal year 14 audit.
Mr. Chairman, Joe Doherty and Associates presented us the audit 2 months ago. We've had time to review it. I think we've had our questions answered, and therefore I would move that we accept the audit so that it can be filed with the state of Illinois.
Second.
We have a motion and second to accept the audit as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item 9 is highway resolution. Resolution authorizing the county board chairman to sign BLR 05310 LA/Fed participation agreement TR 158 North 1200th Street, Section 1-14126-00-BR project BROS 0045 parentheses 053. Aaron?
This is the construction engineering agreement for the major bridge project.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the resolution. We'll have roll call.
Voigt,
Yes.
Zuber,
Yes.
Bruner,
Yes.
Farnham,
Yes.
Helsley,
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Resolution carries. Item 10, reappoint Joe Shiner and Dale Barkley to Airport Advisory Board for a term of 3-year term.
Mr. Chairman, the airport committee recommends the reappointment, so therefore I would move that these gentlemen be reappointed for the 3-year term.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to reappoint Joe Shiner and Dale Barkley to the Airport Advisory Board for a 3-year term. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 11, a resolution to reappoint Nicholas Barrett as a trustee to the Metcalf Fire District.
I so move.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second on the resolution to reappoint Nick Barrett, trustee of the Medco Fire Protection District. We'll have a roll call.
Voigt,
Yes.
Zuber,
Yes.
Bruner,
Yes.
Farnum,
Yes.
Helsley,
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Item 12 is a resolution approving oath and bond for Nick Barrett, trustee of the Medco Fire Protection District.
I so move it.
Second.
We have a roll call.
Voigt,
Yes.
Zuber,
Yes.
Bruner,
Yes.
Farnum,
Yes.
Helsley,
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Item 13 is a resolution authorizing the chairman to execute a deed of conveyance of parcel 09-18-12-326-004 to Jonathan Delaney. Is this yours?
Yeah, this is
Yeah, go ahead, Augie.
part of our tax agent, Joseph Meyer, buys up all our delinquent tax properties. He evidently has one he'd like to sell. I do not have the common address. I trust that either the,
1710 Brook.
that's what I was just getting ready
It's
to
a
call on
vacant
her.
lot that they, I think, there used to be a house
The
now.
last line item in the budget is what accommodates that. Money goes in, money comes out, so.
Pretty standard.
I'll make that motion. Second.
We have a motion and a second on the resolution authorizing the chairman to execute a deed of conveyance of parcel 09-18-12-326-004 to Jonathan Delaney. We'll have a roll call.
Voigt,
Yes.
Zuber,
Yes.
Bruner,
Yes.
Farnum,
Yes.
Helsley,
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Item 14, adjust county payroll periods effective with the third payroll in October 2015.
Mr. Chairman, the clerk's office in Augie specifically has prepared a letter. We've discussed this the last month or so. Based on the recommendations of our audit and auditor to bring us in line with federal law, we are going to adjust the final payroll in October, and this would in effect let Augie know to go ahead and send out the letter. And if you want to go further with
I
that.
would like to add that Dawn is looking into it also, because we have some people who are already right
Right.
with the payroll, but for the ones that aren't
Right.
on the same
I
schedule.
was gonna say, maybe now would be a good time to explain what we're talking about there.
Yeah, but Dawn would be excellent to do that.
Okay. Because it was with the federal stuff.
Okay,
where
I'll
audits
just-
came out.
I'll just say that sometime historically, it appears that it's kind of a hit and miss thing here where as an employee gets paid, it was being viewed as being more on a salary versus hourly. But anyway, the fact is that the way they were getting paid on a Friday included up through that Friday, because the payroll department processes it on Monday and Tuesday earlier in that week. And you're getting paid up through that Friday. Well, that doesn't allow for people that take sick days, other days like that, to be properly recorded and put into the records. And the government, federal government, needs this stuff to be more, they're doing it by, Jeff, this is more of a, we were basically paying people ahead versus making them wait, like, shut the payroll period off the Friday before, and then they are basically getting paid properly for the hours they work. Now, some people are already on that schedule because a lot of them were part-time before they went to full-time, and that has continued. Some people were started off, I know one person in Dina's office started and had the delayed pay period. So I have to go into the payroll records, look at their date of employment, also see if they were part-time before they became full-time. Little things like that will put a spin on it, but we're going to make sure that whoever this affects will get the letter. If it doesn't affect you, the third payroll in October will be just as it always has been. Okay, you're already on that staggered or that delayed compensation for the time you work. I wasn't prepared to really explain it, but if there's something, if you have a question, maybe I can better.
And I think basically when our auditor was here and they pointed that out, is that you really can't prepay people, is what it amounts to. They need to work, or they need to have whatever they've done in that week, for those 2 weeks or whatever it is. And if they've taken vacation day, if they've taken comp day, whatever it's listed or that needs to be listed for that, 2 different lines, one direct and federal. And then we found out also, even in our insurance aspect, that it's listing as far as full and part-time employees, there's only certain people that can technically be listed as salary. Okay, everybody else really needs to be listed as hourly employees. So we're learning and we're finding stuff out here, and we're trying to correct that to make sure that, also for everybody's standpoint, so that as a worker, if I'm getting paid on that hourly basis, I know, okay, this is what I did this week. I'm not gonna get paid on that Friday, I'm gonna get paid the next Friday. Is that
Right.
pretty basically it? Because that, I think we're getting closer and closer to our federal compliance from two different agencies, so to speak, have told us this, so.
Additionally, we're gonna direct the classification. We're gonna have to, this is gonna encompass the classification. Everybody except department heads and elected officials will become a hourly employee versus the department heads and elected officials will be salaried.
And that's part of the state of Illinois also, and says basically, that's it. Only these people, or these type of people can be salaried people.
And that breakdown's because of overtime requirements, right?
It's because federal regulations is my way I put it. I don't know what their plan or their idea of the state of Illinois also, so, but that's a part of it, so you have an idea.
And as time goes on, as I get this research done, I plan on at least speaking with department heads and their employees, make sure we're all on the same page, hopefully provide them with saying, hey, this is what I've got, this is what I'm showing, so that they're not thinking I'm making this up or don't have something to support it. Also, we've had a couple of employees over this time that thought when they were not getting this paycheck or a full paycheck, that they were getting, for lack of better words, not compensated or ripped off or whatever. The fact that, here's just a quick scenario. If a person were to retire on a payday, get their paycheck that Friday, they still have another week's worth of pay coming.
Right.
They'll get another paycheck 2 weeks later for 1 week. So it's just adjusting, like we said, the pay periods.
It's
and
delayed compensation,
Yes, that's,
period.
nobody's getting,
Right.
Well, you're
And that
getting
way
paid
we
for
have
what you work.
department heads not signing, I don't wanna say falsified, but not correct pay stations, okay?
Would you want to put this in the form of a motion for a public record for historical?
Just read right off your agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I move that we approve the adjustment of the county payroll periods effective the third payroll in October 2015. Will
I'd
that
second,
work?
I'm sorry, if that works, I'll second that.
Sorry.
We have a motion to adjust the county payroll periods effective for the third payroll in October 2015. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item 15, Office Department Head Reports. Don, you want to start that?
yes, and I will start with following up with that, what we just spoke about. Once I get this first distribution done here in the next week, get things kind of squared away on that, that should allow me some time to start doing some research on this, and I will be getting with the department heads and trying to move this along. It just, I'm gonna have to go dig through some records, so it's something I need to add to my to-do list. The report that you have, that I normally give you, as you can see, we're down to the fumes. We're at 16,000 and change. Part of that is because we're having to cover some of the levied funds, IMRF and FICA. That is not unusual. We've had to do that historically. The good news is, it appears at this point in time I will not have to draw on our line of credit. Mainly because I'll be doing a distribution that will help take care of our next payroll. However, I am concerned about the state not approving their budget yet, because I have not seen some of the monies we normally see towards the beginning of the month. We did get it just hit the bank account today, motor fuel tax and township motor fuel tax did hit. That money's flowing, even though it's less than what we're used to seeing, a year or so ago. That money hit. We've got some personal property replacement tax that's gonna hit, but I think it was supposed to come at the end of last month. Other than that, nothing is really happening as far as being approved to be sent our way as far as sales tax, income tax, things like that. I don't know when that's gonna break loose. So what I'm basically saying is the distribution will get us through this month, but I don't know how well another distribution is gonna carry us if we don't have some of this other income coming in from the state. We will meet our payrolls. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I may have to draw on this line of credit next month. I'm just saying right now, compared to last year, I'd already drawn, by July 10th of last year, I'd already drawn $394,000. So I consider this at least a breath of fresh air that we haven't had to do that yet. Okay, nothing rambling on about that. Taxes are being collected. We've collected close to $6 million so far. Of that, 73% of it is people paying both installments. It's a pretty high number. But that is not unusual.
What percentage does that
Represent, we've collected 21.84%. Basically a fifth of what we got out there.
When's the due?
July 24. So this is not unusual, but the people that are coming in now are just, they're either saying, I don't want to see you again, or they just feel like they got to get this behind them so they can get their summer going on. They don't like the bill hanging over their head. They're afraid they might forget to pay the second one. So, other than that, I have nothing more, but I am open to questions if anybody has anything. Thank you.
Any questions? Supervisor of Assessment.
Nothing other than a reminder of tomorrow night's public farmland committee meeting at the Farm Bureau, 6 o'clock. That's it.
Thank you. Probation.
Nothing new to report. We did get some money in, so that was at least good.
Yes, I thought I'd let Monty say that. That was nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
85?
Yeah. That was nice.
Thank you. Circuit Clerk.
I have nothing to report, thank you.
Sheriff.
All I have is, we did get accepted to the pony class, which is planning on a new institution in Colorado in August. We're in the process of getting a group together to go to that and see what happens. It's free to us, it don't cost us a dime. That's it.
Thank you. ESDA.
We are getting ready to do some type of promotion of the Edgar County Alert, making sure people know what kind of alerts they receive, make sure they know you're not automatically signed up, you do have to do it. We're going to set up at various locations throughout the community next week, and then the week following at the fair. And we've purchased a few weather radios, and we're going to try to raffle them off as trying to get people to come see us, I guess. And other than that, that's about it.
Thank you. Ambulance service.
Just ramping up for Fair Week.
Thank you. Highway Department.
Nothing to report.
County clerk.
A couple follow-ups. The meets and bounds descriptions for the new precincts that we created are basically done. There's some minor adjustments in some of the little technicalities of the language, but primarily that's done. And I will hand that off to our election vendor so he can go in and actually map it into our software program so we can get that all squared away. And also, through the help of the Highway Department, Josh Knight is working with me on developing some actual precinct maps, which is very helpful. The other thing I want to mention is, I know I've talked off and on about going online with property records through a new program that's called Laredo. We're going to have a conference call this afternoon, and I'm optimistic that we will be ready to implement that project immediately, so that people would have access beginning August the 1st. And we're excited about that.
What will that do, Augie?
It will allow people to search property records off-site or at their own location online. So instead of coming into the office and sitting at our public station,
How is that, I guess, what I was wondering, is that different, or I'm missing from what we have now on our
Yeah.
county site, but what are we looking at?
these are deeds, mortgages, any type of a filing in the recorder's office. And again, this is all information that went onto the computer in 1994 to the present. If it's prior to that, then you have to come in and do your searching. And they subscribe to that, thank you, Jeff. So, yeah, it's not a free service, there's a subscription, but there are 5 levels based upon what you think your need is gonna be, you know, as far as the time spent searching. We have some, preliminarily, we think we have a lot of interest in that, so we think that'll be good. It'll be also a source of revenue sharing for my office, obviously, to the general fund, so. Looks like there's a question.
Does it tie in with the assessor's office GIS mapping?
No. Let's see, what else? Oh, this is brilliant, that 7 and 8 equals 15. Today is July 8th, 7 and 8 equals 15.
Write that down.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
I can't believe you didn't learn anything.
And that's the really important stuff, the last one.
That's it.
Have I missed anybody in the committee reports or department head reports? If not, we'll go ahead with committee reports. Jeff, you want to start that?
Well, we'll start off with budget. We just are gonna finish the 8th month. We're 66.6% of the year. Our expenditures are at 63%. There is an airport meeting next Monday night. I think that's about it.
Carl, have nothing? You said? Mike?
I think
Everybody's afraid to back up that 7 plus 8
right.
equals 15. Let's take that on.
that's the high point of the
We are getting ready, hopefully, to get our renewal options on our health insurance. Just talked to 2 different groups here in the last couple of days, hopefully within a couple weeks. So we'll have some information on that. That's the main thing right now. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Andy?
I've gotten pictures back from the courthouse roof. I haven't gotten an estimate from anybody yet, but their news didn't sound real great, so I got a hold of Arnie Johnson. And he's he wanted to look at the pictures, I sent him the pictures, and I'm kind of waiting back to hear from him. He thinks there's a more staged approach than complete redoing the roof, so at this point, I'm just gonna kind of wait to hear back from him.
Dan?
I just found out yesterday that we had a dog bite situation in the county. I think Mike talked to me about it, was a sheriff deputy.
Yeah,
I don't know if Jeff can explain it or not.
one of the deputies got bit trying to shoot a dog with a dart gun, helping Andrea. I guess it was a particularly aggressive dog, and the dart gun malfunctioned and he got bit. So, not bad, and wasn't hospitalized, but had to go through the reporting. And the dogs, I guess, had been impounded by Andrea.
I haven't had a chance to talk to her. I will today.
Yeah, but the bottom line was they wanted permission to buy a new dart gun, because this was 25 years old, doesn't work very good, and I said, absolutely, yes.
Why didn't he get his taser out?
Well, he was gonna get his other gun out, and, thought better of it, you know.
Really, you're just making mad.
Yeah, right. It was a pit bull, by the way, so it was pretty aggressive, but everybody came out okay, I guess, including the dogs.
I was about to sheriff deputy.
Yeah.
The dog survived.
Yeah.
I'll check with Andrew today and get more information, but I say go ahead and get the dog.
Hey, Dean, if you wanna get the old one, we can use that at our office for business.
Yeah, it doesn't work very good down there.
Well, we don't work very good, so, according to the public, so, you know.
And then still working on the heating and cooling system at the health department. It's a slow process. Getting slower all the time, and then one of these days gonna quit, so we don't have a choice.
Anything
That's
else?
it.
Thank you. There's a need for a closed session.
Yeah, the state's attorney would like to update us on a pending litigation, just briefly.
Alan, do your reading.
Do we need to do anything else though, as far as employment or compensation or anything like that?
I'd like to have put in their negotiations.
We'll do it then, because that's all a part of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to go into closed session, discuss appointment, employment compensation, discipline, performance, dismissal of specific employees of a public body, pending litigation, negotiations. And I think that's all we have. I don't think we have to worry about setting a price for public property. I'm not gonna throw it in there.
You got any updates?
And did you get the negotiation part in? Just put that up to the side.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to go into closed session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, and dismissal of specific employees of a public body, pending litigation
And negotiation.
and negotiation. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Do we anticipate any action after this?
No, there is nobody out here, Mr. Chairman.
You ready? Is that a yes?
That was a yes.
We're back in regular session of the county board. Is there any other business come before the board? If not, I'd entertain a motion to.
So make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
A motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Bottom of the pen, Mike.
I hope we don't
I don't have to sign
negotiate
anything.
that.